I think simple and intuitive. I mean, especially if you are familiar with games like SimCity, the Sim Simulator and all that. Elements are there, you just need to place, and according to your own imagination, you just need to recreate the task given.
We're doing research on urban planning to let people imagine the future of the current container terminal of Tanjung Pagar. We use this area site to find out what are the ideas of Singaporeans for the new future center or a new center for Singapore. And this is why we use several tools to let people express what they think of this.
The first thing that struck me was that I could see immediately how the thing I was designing fit into the surroundings, and basically see a 3D representation of how it might look like in real life.
I think it's very, very interesting that it allows us to visualize the space very, very well, because I think if I was presented with the case and asked to design a waterfront without knowing the surrounding landscape, like the exact positioning of the waterfront, I wouldn't be able to design it, I think, as well as I did, because it really, really makes a difference when we get to see the exact area we're designing for.
I thought it was quite interesting in the sense it seems to be like SimCity, where you can go wild in terms of imagination and think about what elements would be interesting for people to engage and explore and use, in terms of also think about the surroundings around the area, because for us, as compared to SimCity, we don't know the area, but at least in terms of the relevance and how people could interact, you have some sense of based on their experience. So you can think from the perspective of your own imagination and explore what would be a great way to live in this area.
So we choose two different tools for our survey, and one is a new tool where we have a 3D object viewer, and people can move around objects. We want you to place and arrange the buildings, the objects, as you would like to see it in future. For example, red means it's a residential building, yellow it's a commercial area, and you can just add these objects by clicking on it, and then it will appear on the blank space, and with the left mouse button you can just move it around, and also you can rotate it with a right click. And now it's up to you what you think about this place. Do you want to see water canals? Do you want to have residential areas? Do you want to have more mixed-use area?
There was a survey which asked basically like, what are your design principles? One of them is that I wanted all the occupants to be able to see the sea, because I think that's the highlight of the area.
So Maptionnaire is actually the combination of a map and a questionnaire. So it's more that you do not move objects, but you can draw the future areas, so future residential areas. It works more that you are in the position of a planner, and you have to imagine how the space can be divided in different spaces.
I thought that it was relatively easy to use, even for people without any urban planning or urban design background, so people maybe from other disciplines, because it was just drag and drop.
You will see you have some degrees of freedom, but there are also very interesting questions that you will have to focus. For example, how do you design the waterfront?
I think it's not intimidating because you're able to play around on your own and basically come out with your own opinions without having someone sort of breathing down your neck and asking you all the questions.
I think it really is a step towards like getting the community to participate in these kinds of designs, because I think the tool gives us an easy way to contribute ideas. It helps us express our ideas better.
Okay, I think if you have 5 minutes, you can do it in 5 minutes. But if you have like half an hour or even longer, you can play it, until when you feel like. And then I think every time you can change the design very easily.
Check out our website ideasfortanjungpagar.com to share your ideas for the new waterfront.